Hello, everybody. Let me start this again. My name is Vineet, and at today's session, I'll be walking you through that how you can create a segmented audience using an SQL, and then how we can push or create SMSs and WhatsApp and send it through Marketing Cloud. That will be the agenda of this session, and we will also include emails into that, but emails has already been covered in our last video. In case you want to know how to create an emails and how to send those emails, you can please refer to that. Nevertheless, allow me a second to share my screen and I'll walk you through to the step-by-step process that how we can create, let's assume, segmented audience using an SQL, then how to send or how to create SMS, how to create a WhatsApp, and then how to send those. And in our next session, we would also cover that how you can have the reports built out of that so that you need to present it to your managers or to your senior stakeholders or the folks at your company, right? So just give me a second. Allow me to share my screen. I hope you can see my screen. Let's start it from the very scratch. This is the first green light. Now let's talk about a use case. In this case, let's assume my manager wanted me to send an SMS and WhatsApp to the set of audience, right? For the first instance, we will create a very simple set of audience and then create an SMS and send that across. So that would be today's agenda. Just give me a second. So let's for the segmented audience, right? The first thing which we need to create is to create a data extension. Now we will create a data extension from the scratch. How to do that is go to the data extension folder, click on create and select standard data extension. Or these are the data extensions which we would cover in our coming session. For it as filter data extension. Filter data extension is basically nothing but let's assume you have a set data extension already available and you like to create a filter out of which then you use filter. And the random data extension is basically system will automatically randomize your audience and you can use that for sending. But let's start from the very scratch, which is standard data extension. Let's click on OK, name it. Create from new is an option, demo. We are doing it at 7:48 and on 28:02. External key, no description. This is for a demo for YouTube. Is this data extensible sendable? Yes. Would you like to keep it at a certain location? Yes, I would. I like to keep it in the demo folder, demo 28. Next, is there any data retention policy which I would like to keep? For the time being, I would like to keep it as an off. But what is data retention policy? Data retention policy is nothing but which you let the system know that you would like to keep the data in the data extension for following number of days. Click on next. Over here, we would create the fields which is primarily required or holding up the data which you would filter out from your existing database. The first field which we required is ID, which is primarily important. I'll let you know why. Then the next field I required is first name, then the last name, then email, because I need to send the email, then locale. No, the locale, because locale plays a very important role. Locale is nothing but a kind of a country code for a country. Then phone. Let's keep it mobile. Right now that is done. I need to let the system know that what is my primary key. Then ID would be my primary key. I'll come to that later. What would be my first name? It would be text, and let's keep 254 as a character limit. Last name would also be text. I'll keep it as 254 only. Email, what would be the data type of email? It would be, any guesses, guys? Email address. Then for locale, we have a field known as locale. Then for mobile, we have the field by the name of phone. And this is it, which I will like to have. Then I'll click on save, 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 save. Now over here, you can see that there are options that which you can use, that what is you need to set for every data extension if that is sendable for the reporting purposes, and for also the, let's say, for the linkage purposes, you need to understand and give the primary key, that what would be the primary key for this particular data extension. For that we have used ID, and you also letting the system know that you can also keep few fields as nullable, right? So it can hold empty values. Now once that is done, we can use ID as the subscriber key. Now, in the comment section, I would like you to let us know that what is the difference between subscriber key and subscriber ID, right? If in case you want, we would explain that in future. Click on create. Our demo extension, data extension is ready. What's the next step? The next steps is to create the segment of an audience, right? So how would you create a segment of an audience? For the time being, for the demo purposes, I would use my contact object. So whosoever objects of Salesforce or your DB you have created, you can search over here in the query studio. This is a very nice tool to have. Highly recommend if in case you are having. I would highly recommend you to use this Query Studio to trust or queries and start using that, because it would help you to get the data prior for before reaching out to data extension. You can test your queries over here in the Query Studio. What we need select what we need ID, we need first name, we need last name, we need email, we need phone number, locale. And as you can see, locale, we have a different API name, so we would rename it locale. We have ID, we have first name, we have last name, we have email, we have locale. What else is missing? Let's check. We have ID, first name, last name, email, locale, mobile. That is an important role. So what is mobile? So in our case, we are using mobile phone. So I'll keep it mobile phone as mobile, right? Then from which data extension we are getting it? We are getting it from contact underscore Salesforce, right? Now this is a very generic SQL query which is supposed to give us all the fields which have ID, first name, last name, email, and has anything in it. It could be nullable also, right? I assume we don't have any questions, or if you have any questions, please feel free to write it in the comment section. But now once that is done, we would put the where clause there. Email. For the testing purposes, I would use my personal ID, vineet.rana@leo.com. So this is my personal email ID. For the testing and demo purposes, we would have that. We have the data. So you can see we have ID, we have first name, we have last name, we have email, we have locale, we have mobile, right? Any questions? If you have any, please put it over here. Well done. Now, once that is ready, I can copy my SQL query and let's create an automation from the scratch. Automation is basically a way by which you would help to create your segmented audience using the SQL query. I'll help you how you can do that. 0828 automation configure. When you would like to do that, I'll like to just say, I'll run it one time only. Now, once that is done, let's use that to write an SQL query. Choose, create new query, name it demo 28th of February. Select, write your query over here. Once that is done, next. choose the target data extension. We have kept our target data extension over here. Now we have three options. We can use append, update, and overwrite. What is append? Append is nothing that, as you can see or hover from here, add new data to your target data extension. Update is basically you can update matching data. What would happen is if we have a set of data in our data extension and we run certain queries, so first of all, it will try to update the matching data and create a new one if that is there. Overwrite is basically it will overwrite whatever data you have in your current data extension. Click on next, click on finish. Once that is done, let's run it. Save, run, select, run. It will take few minutes. So you can try refreshing it. Perfect, boom, it's done. Now we can see that we don't have any data right over here, but let's refresh the screen. Once that is done, let's go to our folder, which is demo 28, and we can see we have the data. Let's check out the records. Here is the records. We have ID, we have first name, we have last name, we have email, we have local, we have the mobile number. So that is done. Now, how to create SMSs and WhatsApp. Let's start with the WhatsApp. For few countries, what you could do is you can go to the content builder and create your own WhatsApp right from here. Sorry, SMSs, we'll cover the SMSs first. You can create, add your message, hello, this is for demo, and add your variables accordingly, right? So that can be done. You need to choose a short code or long code. Short code and long code are nothing but I would rather say it's a kind of a mobile number for your Salesforce Marketing Cloud, which would be used for sending your SMSs, right? And in case you like to keep any variables, all you need to do is first, for example, percentage, the normal personalization we use in Marketing Cloud. You can add as many as you want, but there is a limitation in the number of the characters of SMSs. So I would highly recommend to use the less number because it's on the basis of the characters, right? But let's go back to my country where how can you create in India? For India, we have this portal known as VIL portal, and this is the dashboard which you have. Now, in order to create a template, you need to go to content template, and then we have an option which is known as add. Then you need to select what type of template type you have. It could be promotional, transactional, or service. For example, let's choose service. What type of consent type it is? Is it implicit or an explicit? You need to select that. Then which category of your SMS belongs to. Then your headers, all your approved headers should be here. Then we have message type. Is it a text or a regional brand name? In case you have any, what type of template it is, you give it a name, hello, or you can, let's suppose I like to have a variable, insert variable. This is for demo. Then you click on submit, confirm. Once that is done, it can take few days. Generally, I would highly recommend an Indian situation, you or across the globe, you get email SMS template approved for at least 24 hours, then only start sending it. Once that is done, once you have the template ready, for Indian audience, all you need to do is you need to just copy and paste and change your variables accordingly. For example, this is the template which I would be using. So you need to have that. This is the message. I'll go over here and change my variable as per my choice. It could be percentage. Once that is done, you click on save. You can click on save, it's done, and your template is ready, which you can use, right? Now let's create an WhatsApp. The WhatsApp, we see only the content builder. We see the chat messaging, and then we have WhatsApp template messages and session messages. We would cover the session messages later, but session messages are nothing but a inbuilt feature for chatbot for WhatsApp where you can create your chat sessions. For example, you see many companies or organization using a marketing chatbot. You can try to reach out to them that, hey, there is an offer. Do you want to let's say, apply for the same? You say yes, they send you on a real-time basis, they send you the offer, etc., etc. So these are the session messages. Now let's go to the WhatsApp template message, how you can create that. So you see an option that says browse, right? You don't have an option to create your own. From where can you create this now? So for that, you need to go to Mobile Studio, then go to WhatsApp. Once that is done, it takes a few minutes. Message template. You need to log in into your Facebook account or your business manager. Then you'll see your templates over here, and all you need to do is just create template. What type of template it is? For example, for my case, it would be marketing, name it, demo 0228, language, be English. So we have all language options available over here. Continue. Then the very same process, in case you like to have any header available, for example, text or media, you can have that, or you can keep none. Or for the body, hello, let's add a variable or a demo. Then you can have give the sample for what kind of variable you would like to use. For example, I would like to use first name over here. Once that is done, footer. In case you would like to keep a footer optional, then you can have it, but you can also see the preview of your WhatsApp over here also. But I like to use this one, a marketing opt-out, which makes sure that you are following the principle or the guidelines from the meta, right? So once everything is ready, you are happy, okay, this is the template which I would like to use, just click on submit. Once that is done, click on confirm, and it takes few minutes to see. But few minutes, or generally your template, it is following the guidelines of meta, it get approved within a minute or two, or maximum 5 to 6. And once that is approved, all you need to click on is browse, and your template which you have created would be ready. For example, here it is. Select a language, English. Next, my template is ready. I need to enter the value of my variable. There are certain predefined variables available, or you can select your own. So you can see it's changed automatically, right? So once that is done, you can have the variable also, in case you like to, for the stop promotion, in case you like to have unsubscribe thing or anything, you can have it over here. Just click on save. So our template is ready, guys. Now let's see how you can send those. Your WhatsApp template is ready, your SMS template is ready, your data extension is ready. Now how you can send this to your data extension. For that, all you need to do is just click on create new journey, multi-step journey, create. In our case, we are using data extension. Click on data extension, select data extension, then select your data extension which you have kept in a certain folder. In our case, this is this. When you would like to schedule it, run once. Then add your templates accordingly. For example, I do the reporting for the next video. I like to add emails as well. Then I would like to send SMS, and I would like to send WhatsApp. For email, let's on a click of a button, all your email templates will be available. For example, I would like to use from which sender classification I like to send it. I like to send it from marketing portfolio. Click on summary, done. For SMSs, select your SMS template. All your SMS templates would be available. SMS message. For the demo, as I said, it takes time. So let's use this one. Created a way back. Then we need to define the confirmation as well, that from which particular mobile number you are sending. Custom from name is very important in India. So custom from name is nothing but your header, CODSTF, right? So we have added over here. I have the permission, click on summary, edit. You need to subscribe. Now, what happens with SMS is all the SMS has to be subscribed to a particular keyword, because in case they would like to opt out, those they can select. But for the timing, let's keep it very simple and keyword which we have, which is Codelio. Then do you need to configure any send blockout window, but which I don't want to do it any for the time being, and click on summary. So this is done. Done. Now for WhatsApp, select the message, which is, we can have our messages selected, but for the demo purposes, I would use, then as I said, you need to set the configuration. So what is app channel? App channel is nothing but you define from which particular mobile number you will be sending this SMS. Then we have mobile number. This is basically you need to select an attribute of your data extension on which particular field your WhatsApp should go. Once that is done, you need done. And then in the journey settings, you need to select what would be the contact entry criteria, default email address, what would be the field they should target, and for the mobile number, what would be the field they should target. Once that is done, you can click on validate. Now this is ready. All you need to do is click on activate. And as you see, a rocket goes over to the moon. Our SMSs, email, and WhatsApp will be live. Here it is. Let's check out the email. So I have my WhatsApp over here. My email would be receiving soon. And just give me a second and stop sharing. I'm switching on my cameras to show you my SMS as well. So that is there. Now for the email, it would also be coming very soon. Generally, it takes a minute or two to receive. Yes, guys, so my email is also here. You can see, right? So in our next session, we would cover the reporting part of it. So thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next session. Thank you.